Okay, bro. Today we're going to see if these books from eBay and whatnot that were advertised as near mint are actually near mint or not. Before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe. And those of you in the area, until the end of this month only, all the Fs in my store, raw, are going to be 30% off. So month's closing fast. Come and get them while you can. What are the ground rules? Well, a near mint, or in CGC lingo land, about a 9.4, is a book that looks practically perfect. The flaws that you may find are almost negligible or pretty forgiving, let's say. You may find up to 2 noticeable but small spine ticks on there. A lot of times people will list things as near mint and then say, but I'm not a professional grader, see pictures for details. So I'll do my best to remind myself of which ones were from eBay and which ones from whatnot. It has been a bit, but we're going to give it a shot. First one up is going to be the first appearance of Bloodsport. This is a DC comic, Superman issue number 4 from 1987. What am I noticing, guys? Well, I'm seeing some dirt around the sides. Not a problem. That can be cleaned very easily. But what here can't be cleaned? We do have a spine tick. We do have another spine tick. We have a dog ear. We've got a finger bend, possible breakage right there down at the bottom. And this is all just the first cover. I haven't opened it up. I haven't done anything. Already with that particular flaw, and those spine ticks, that might just take us out of the 9s already. So at best, we're looking at an 8.5. We don't even have to look at the back or the inside. This is not near mint. Let's move on. Off to a bad start, but that's fine. That was just the first book. Let's keep going. Then we have Sensational She-Hulk, issue 34, the I Thrive on Controversy cover. Now, my quick glance at this thing does look pretty crystal clear, so let's dive deeper. You know what, folks? We might have one here. The first thing I always do is I check my corners. Looks tight, 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 tight. Let's check for spine ticks. I'm running along the side. Looks good. I'm not seeing any. Are you? Flipping it over. Again, my edges look good. And we're dealing with a darker advertisement. So spine ticks and things like that aren't going to hide back here. Looks like no cleaning is needed. Looks perfect. I'm not seeing a single spine tick, even around the staples. Let's check that bindery tear. You're always going to see that little millimeter or so. That's fine. Grading companies don't hit you for that. Let's open it up. Page is accounted for. All right, folks. We got a true near mini here. We might have them on this one here. We got a Marvel feature number 1, first solo Red Sonja book. Now, this is a 70s book, so let's see if we can catch them. It's hard to retain a near mint this many years old. All right, 1975. Always harder to get near mints out of these, so let's check our corners. Good start. Good start, no issues. My quick pass, I didn't really even see a spine tick. Let's see if on closer detail we can find one. I actually do see one. I'm curious if you can see that. We have an actual very small but color-breaking spine tick right there. Moving up along. My eye can see this. I don't know if it's coming out on the camera, but I see a little bit of dirt. A little bit of dirt right under her boot right there. Looks good. The reason why I don't count that against the book is I can clean that really easily. So that particular style of dirt isn't going to be an issue. Let's flip it over. And I'm seeing more signs of that dirt right here. Very easily cleaned. You don't even need to do any sort of chemical clean to get that out. That is a dry clean through and through. I'm looking up top. Again, all I'm noticing is the dirt. Now, as is, you have to factor in that because there is the dirt, it probably isn't going to be near mint. But the fact that the only problem really was one tiny spine tick, and it is a little dirty, dusty. The dirt can be removed, the spine tick can't. Looks like we might still be looking at a near mint. I'm opening up the book. It's that newsstand style of paper, but it is all here. Looks almost unread. We've got another one, guys. And you know what? Respect for having an actually near mint book from 1975. Then we have the Batman comic book adaptation from the movie. This is, of course, the Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson cover right here. And with these square-bound things, flaws can't hide. So we're definitely going to be able to see if there is an issue. Let's dive in. Oftentimes when you have square bounds, it's not going to be spine ticky stuff. It's going to be corner stuff. So let's really take our time and look at these corners. That one's perfect. No dog earring. Looking good. Looking good. Some of you might notice this little line running down here. That is completely fine. That is completely normal. That does not detract from the grade. It only starts to detract from the grade when it becomes color breaking, right? Let's go ahead and flip this over. Keep in mind, I have said before, you can actually get 9-point actual 9s out of these types of books. Standard comics, it's tough, but this type of stuff, it's a nice, strong paper. Sometimes you see it survives the years even better. So, again, no spine ticks from the back. Corners look good all around. It actually is perfect. This thing might be a 9.8, if not a 9.9. Not bad. We have some real near mints in here, it looks like. Let's go with my Mylar'd up copy, very nice, of the first appearance of Lobo. This is one that I'm always on the hunt for. Let's see if this one really is. Now, folks, this first appearance of Lobo is a book I've never gotten the 9.8 of. So this is one I double and triple check. My corners do look good, so we're looking good there, but let's check for spine ticks, because there might be one or two. Let's see. No, looking good, looking good. Oh, there she is. One, and it's not really coming out so well, but maybe you can see it. A very tiny color-breaking spine tick. But so far, just one. Hell, they used to give 9.8s one spine tick. You're allowed a 9.8 with one tiny spine tick. I don't think that's still accurate these days. Oh, that book is perfect from the back. Look at that. No dirt, no nothing. Woo! That's because this particular run used some really great paper. I do think it stands the test of time quite better, but still, that being said, I haven't been able to get a 9.8 out of this book, so we'll see. Let's open the book and take a look. All right, folks, we got another near mint here, maybe even near mint plus. One tiny little spine tick. Book's probably a 9.6. Honestly, that right there is a book that could have been labeled as near mint plus or near mint/mint. That thing looks absolutely gorgeous. Maybe it could even get a 9.6, 9.8 if it were to be graded. Next up, we've got a Puma key. Second appearance of Puma, newsstand, and the Ned Leeds revealed to be Hobgoblin issue. So we got a little Spider-Man here. I think I caught an issue or two already. Let's see if this is true near mint. All right, so we're looking at this newsstand. We're going to treat it the same way we would. We check our corners first, and we got a problem. I wonder if you can see what I see. I do have a slight, and you can actually see kind of tiny little rip and little dog ear right there. So that immediately takes us out of 9.8 and probably even gets us out of 9.6 range. Checking our other corners, we have a very, very small little blunting of the corner there. Moving up, I do see one very small spine tick. Curious if you can see that. It's not really coming out on camera. There you go. You can kind of see it right there. Sometimes when you hold it up in some lighting, you can see that. Now, a press could really do some good because those spine ticks are non-color breaking. So that actually is a perfect example of a press. Unfortunately, you can't do anything about that corner right there. Gorgeous book from the back. Through and through. So that one actually was pretty close. I can totally see why a seller would describe this as near mint. It is almost near mint. Definitely like a near mint minus. The book's probably like a 9 if it were to get graded, which honestly is pretty close to near mint. That's not egregious. I think we can all agree. We want to know the ones where something's listed as near mint and it's like a 7, right? Let's keep going. Oh boy, we might have a doozy here. Spectacular Spider-Man number 90. I remember this one. This was a Whatnot purchase right here. Jeez. All right, let's show you. Okay, folks, this is the one I actually know is bad. This is the one that I bought on Whatnot. Let's see. already, without even looking at my corner, ironically, the corner is okay, but I see a split right there. Not a good start. I see dirt in the letters of the man. Going down, I'm not even down to the bottom. I already see a crease and a cut. There's some blunting. There's more of that line. Does this line run all the way to the top? No, it doesn't. Still bad, though. Moving along the bottom, looks normal. We have blunting on the corner under the barcode. We have a nasty spine tick above the barcode. And running up the side here, are you seeing the sheer amount of spine ticks that I'm seeing here? I'm counting like, you know, some are bigger, some are smaller, but there's like 15 here. It's bad. Spine ticks there. Dirt, 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 dirt. I don't really care about dirt. I can get dirt gone. Bad blunting on the corner affects the bindery tailor. This is not a good start. I've seen much worse, but still. Look how egregious those spine ticks look against that black advertisement right there. Holy smokes, it doesn't stop there. We can actually see this line. I don't want to make it worse, but you can totally see there. When I do it in the light, not great. Book needs to benefit. Look, we got a little, that can be maybe fixed. Book needs a clean and a press to help it out, but it still ain't gonna fix those spine ticks. So you know what? Without even opening the book, we're nowhere near mint. So obviously, I mean, this thing's almost pushing like mid-grade with the amount of spine ticks we found on this. So not even close. Next up, we have another one of those square bounds. This is Batman Gotham by Gaslight. Classic story right here. So let's take a look and see if that is a true near mint. I always start with my corners, and I'm noticing issues immediately. So actually, this whole top edge of the book, we've had fraying issues, and looks like a possible finger bend issue right there, as well as right there. Immediately, I think that takes us out of near mint right there. I see a small blunting of the corner. More fray work down here, and I'm starting to see an impact on this center line that runs down the middle. It is color breaking right there. We've also got a bindery tear, a little bit worse right there. It goes past a millimeter. Still a really sharp copy, but would I call it a near mint? Judging by this, we're at least near mint minus. Honestly, we're probably at very fine plus. Checking from the back, it does not get better. We actually have dirt. That's harder to clean, but you can still clean it. Looks like we've got a little dog earring right there. And that's just like a little chunk out of the book. So without opening the book, I can already see we're in the very fine range. So maybe very fine plus, but we are not a near mint. I'm really glad we had this example because I feel like a lot of times when people think near mint, they look for spine ticks. And if they don't see spine ticks, they'll call it a near mint. Well, you know what? It's more to it than that, isn't it? Fraying on corners and dinged up edges are certainly, no matter how small, going to affect the book. And it's not just all about the spine, you know. Next up is a book that I actually just got a 9.8 on, so I'm particularly familiarized with this book right now. Let's see if this first Council of Kangs is actually near mint. Kangs, it's 267. We check our corners. There is a very light dog ear there. Down here, there is a bit of a blunted corner. I wonder if you can see that. There is a little blunting right there. That corner looks good. All right, so the thing I notice immediately is, and it actually is showing up on camera. Sometimes books, the dirt on books doesn't show up. It comes out very clearly in the whites here. This book needs a clean more than anything. It's a shame about that very small dog earring because the book is relatively void of spine ticks. There's a decently bad one there, right there. And is that one or is that just, hold on. Nope, that's just a line. Okay, so that's not a spine tick, but that is right by Hulk's hand. So we've got some spine tick. Look, you can see more dirt right near the staple. So we've got dirtiness. We've got a couple small spine ticks, but we do have that dog ear. We're probably just out of near mint, but I think this book's a near mint minus. This is still a strong candidate. There's our one spine tick from the back. Let's see if there's another one. Actually, I've got a little spidering right there. You can really see it when I hold the camera away. 1, 2, 3, 4, all in a confined little pocket right there. Moving down, not really. We're looking good. There's part of that little blunting. That little cluster of spine ticks might knock it down to very fine. Still a sharp copy. Near mint, not quite. I would have pinned this at more like a 8.5, maybe even down to an 8. And that's actually factoring in already cleaning the book, because this type of dirt is very easily cleanable. If you want to watch my cleaning comics video, I can direct you to that. So the cleaning almost isn't the problem. It is the spine ticks on this one. I wouldn't call this near mint. Last one I'm going to show you is the first appearance of the Marvel Zombies Ultimate Fantastic 4 key right here. And with that particular paper from that particular era, we're going to spot a problem immediately if it's there. All right, I'm going to go kind of slow with this one. I've been looking for a 9/8 candidate of this for years. My corners look good. All right, so this one might come down to spine, at least for the cover, so let's see. It looks pretty clean to me. There is this. I'm curious if you can see that right above the cloak. It's a little hard to spot, but there is a little spine disruption right there. A little odd. Might be considered a spine tick, but that actually is so subtle, I wonder if that could still even fall under the 9/8 allowable spine tick. But look at all this black. Can't hide on the black, so let's see. Corners look good. Let's see. You know what? The back looks good, guys. I gotta say. There was that one almost negligible spine tick. But other than that, and you know, these brand new modern books, I mean, this book is what, 20 years old, maybe? Honestly, probably less. A lot of these books rarely have issues on the inside. Still, you should look. But right now, without looking, I would say if it doesn't have any issues on the inside, not only is this near mint, this is probably near mint plus. So I appreciate the accuracy from this particular seller. So I am actually happy to report that we do have some near mints in here. Frankly, I know this is a tiny pocket. I only chose 10 books, but this was a little better than I thought. I feel like a couple duds out of 10 makes sense because some people just aren't going to get it. Obviously, the worst offender was, where is it? This one. I mean, this one's not even close. That's just someone abusing a platform right there. So, you know what? Some of them were close. Some of them weren't so close. This one's absolutely ridiculous. There's always going to be one right. Just remember that if it is eBay or whatnot, or you're on a claim sale or something, get those pictures, or if it's a live thing, make sure you get an explanation of the grade, or make sure you see it a little bit closer to make your decisions. And sometimes you can tell by how it's priced. So if you know that something's a $30 book and you see it priced at $15, it's probably not going to be near mint. They're probably pricing it accordingly. But, you know, actually this experiment did pretty well, I think. Not bad. What examples have you found out there when you got a near mint book and the thing was like a 3? I want to hear about these stories down there. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out and keep on hunting. Make sure to come down to Sentiment Depot Antiques and Collectibles, where I'm set up with all of my comics, located at 238 West Delaware Ave, Pennington, New Jersey. Open every day except for Monday and Tuesday. Enjoy 10% off from Wednesday to Friday. See you there.